Hello there. Welcome to Stampin' All Day with Bev. It is almost 1 o'clock. We have 2 minutes for you to jump on, and I am going to show you my paper pumpkin alternatives. This is the May paper pumpkin kit, and I am going to show you what I made with it. So let's just hang in for another minute or two and see who's going to pop on. If you miss the live, you can watch the replay. I will have it here at Stampin' All Day with Bev and also on YouTube under Beverlee Morales. 1 more minute. So I'm just going to do a few things around here until 2 o'clock. I don't want to start early, but I do want to start on time. Hello, hello, hello. Let me know when you're here. Hi, Carol. We have about a half a minute left, and I'm going to get started. Good glare there. Okay, I think it's 1 o'clock. Let's get started. So if you are not a subscriber to Paper Pumpkin yet, and you do not have a demonstrator already, you can subscribe with me by going to paperpumpkin.com, just following the prompts, and at the very end it'll ask you to select a demonstrator, and you can select me, Beverlee Morales. I spell my name with 2 E's at the end, so it's Beverlee, B-E-V-E-R-L-E-E, Morales, M-O-R-A-L-E-S. This is this month's kit, and I just think it's gorgeous. The box, I love. Of course, I've been telling you I'm in love with boho blue, but this is just such a serene box that I'm just admiring before I even opened it up. I have opened it up and I have played with it, and it's a very easy one to create with. If you want to know more about Paper Pumpkin, just everything about it, you can go to page 13 of the current catalog, and it will explain everything about this subscription. Pretty much you subscribe. It comes once a month. You can cancel whenever you'd like. You can put it on hold. You can change the amount that you get. You can change to 2 or 3 kits if you're ordering for gifts and that type of thing, so it's very easy to manage. Everything you change, you should change before the 10th of the month. That's when it goes into effect, and then it will be in effect the way you want it for the next month. Okay, let's get started with what's in the kit. You'll always get 2 little pamphlets. One of them is going to talk about what's coming next month, just a little sneak peek. That's what this one is here. And this one talks about this month, what you have in your hands. Then there's a little instruction booklet that I don't use, hi Deborah, just because I'm always afraid that if I look at the instructions that they give, it might affect my creativity and I might not be able to sway away, because their ideas are great. But us demonstrators like to give you more ideas, so we do alternatives for you. Back here you will find what is in your kit, and this one has 9 cards and 9 envelopes, and then the little stamp set as always, the little spot as always, and then some punch out images and some tags and some stickers and some adhesives, and then the linen thread. So it's a really good kit. I always say it's successful when I have good dimensionals and good linen thread in there. 2 of my favorite things. Okay, let's look at the envelopes. There's 3 different ones to go with the 3 different cards, and they're all new in colors and beautiful. Let's look at some of the cards themselves. Look at the scenery. just makes me want to go, I don't know, to Utah, to maybe Bryce Canyon or somewhere, state park, and just relax for a while. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Always wanted to go there. Here's the stickers I spoke of. They're really, really cute. I don't know that I would put this one on a card, but these three are adorable. This one's very useful for me. And then here are the tags. And you can see I've used some of the punch outs already. Here is the dimensionals, the linen thread, the spot, and the stamp set. Yes, my stamp set looks empty because I have my stamps on blocks already. And you'll see that I made a mask for the hiking boot. And I also labeled my stamps with the date. So if anybody asks me what month and year that stamp set came from, I know. Okay, let's put these things back in the box. I am going to use a couple of things that did not come in the kit, and I will tell you those things as I use them. Okay, first card, here we go. Here is the first card that I made, and this one is the quickest and the easiest of all three of the cards that I made with this kit. What I did was I took the card base that's done. It has some buffalo and a tent in the fields there. And then I took 3 of the tags that you can just punch right out. Hey, Donna. And I'm going to use my snips. The snips are all you need if you follow the instructions that come in the kit. Just have a pair of snips and you're good to go. This banner had a flag on one end, but I wanted a flag on both ends, so I just used my snips to do that. Okay. Then I'm just going to take my glue, Tombow liquid glue, and I'm going to add some to the center of this first banner or tag, and then I'm going to layer the second one right on top, trying to get it even on both sides and straight using my grid paper. Okay, now I'm going to take this tag, hey Karen, and I'm going to use my full copper clay stamp pad, one of the new in colors. This does not come in the kit, the spot does. And I am going to take the stamp that says, "Life is meant for good friends and great adventures." And tap, tap, tap. Line up my tag with a grid line and stamp. There we go. Then I am going to take my glue again, and I'm going to just place some on the smaller tags. Hi, Jocelyn. Here, and not go so wide because this one is narrower than the other two. And just layer that up. And I thought about doing this for 2 reasons. One, it looks good. And the other is I noticed that I don't use up my tags. Hardly ever do I use up all my tags. So this is a good way, layering them, to make them look pretty and to use them up. Now I'm going to go to my linen thread. And the other thing I don't use usually that's in the kit is the mini glue dots that they provide. I just don't care for them as much as I do these that we have available in the catalog. So I just choose not to use theirs, but the kits, but that's up to you. I'm going to go around 3 times, and then come up and stick that onto the mini glue dot. Hey, Margaret. And cut that off. And then I'm going to do the same thing again on the other side. And wrap around 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Find that mini glue dot and adhere the linen thread to it and snip. Then I'm going to cover up the buffalo and the little tent. And my card just needs to have the tags adhered to it, and it is finished. If that is not quick and easy, right? Yet I think it's attractive and definitely good for males. Men would like the scenery here. So if you had a birthday or something, you could stamp use another stamp for that occasion, whatever occasion you're sending this for. But how do you like that? Was that quick and easy? So that's what the kits are meant for. A lot of the work done for you. We're going to just throw this in the coordinating envelope, whichever one you select. They all work with this card. They all work with each other. And you're ready to go. So there is card number 1. Okay, card number 2. Thanks for sharing, Carol. I'm going to take this scene here for this card, and I will need an extra piece of white paper. Now, this is shimmer white, and the only reason I used it is because it's thicker, and it's, I believe it's retired, so I just want to use it up. I'm going to use a couple of the punch outs here, and then I have the envelope. This one has the buffaloes on it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is show you the card. Here we go. And I just thought this was a cute little gatefold that used the stamps and the punch outs as the little locket to lock this card together. Isn't that great? And I think that the radiating stitch dies, which you can get on online exclusives, work really well with this kit. Sorry, my phone's ringing and my husband's not home, so he can't answer it for me, so we'll just ignore it. So isn't that a cute card? What do you guys think of that one? I think it's very different. I really liked it a lot. But I need 4 of these 4 images, and I only had 2 punch outs that I wanted to use, so I used the stamps for the other images. We're going to use the camping cup and the boot. Okay, so let me take my ink pad again. And we are going to have to fussy cut out the mug and the boot, but they're not hard to cut out at all. They don't have a lot of curves and things to them, so they're easy. Let's just go down here. Okay. Take my snips that I use for paper and cut these out. My husband does all the grocery shopping, ladies. I know I'm very, very blessed with that. So he is out at the store right now. I thought he might be back by 1, but he is not. So we're just going to cut this cup out, and I'm leaving a little white edge around the image because these have the little white edge around them as well. Now, you definitely could use all your punch outs for this, but eventually you're going to run out of them, right? Oops, got too close there. So you know you can make more of these cards by using the stamps that come in the kit. Then I'm going to use the dies for the inside of the card. And then on the other card, card number 3, I'm going to use the dies again. Sorry, I'm quiet. I have to concentrate or else I'll cut something off that I don't want to cut off. There we go. Okay. So there's our 4 little pieces. Now let's turn this card over. You're going to need your paper trimmer, which of course you know is not in the kit. But I still want to say it because I never know if somebody, thinks that something might be in there and I don't want to mislead you. So this is, each half is 4 1/4. So half of 4 1/4 is 2 1/8, right? So we're going to go to 2 1/8. And we're going to take the scoring blade on our trimmer. Hi, Diane, and we're going to score. Mark is going to the mailbox right now to get yours. Yay! Then I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to go to 2 1/8 again and score. Good old Mark. Then I'm just going to fold over and use my bone folder. Bone folders are part of our stamping supplies, but they're not in the kits. And we have a gatefold just like this. Now, because all cards are folded in the half, I wanted to cover that up. So I'm going to take my Big Boss and the largest die from the radiating dies and a piece of white cardstock. Right here. That one's cut down. I'm going to use a regular piece because that one's cut down to layer size and I don't want to make a mistake. So let me cut this down real quick. Okay. So here we have a piece of basic white cardstock cut in half at 4 1/4 portrait style. And we have platforms 1, 2, 3, paper, and our largest die from the radiating dies. Platform number 3 again, the second one, and in we go. So this piece of paper has enough room to make 2 of these. So I just thought all this stitching around the edge worked well with this set. So let me put my die back. Let me get this piece here. And we're going to move this back until we work with our next card. Okay, I keep cleaning this off thinking I can clean it off, but like I said last night, I'm low in grid paper. So I have to keep using the same one over and over till my new ones come. Okay, so inside this card, here it is. I stamp Life is Meant for Good Friends and Great Adventures again. I use that stamp set again. So I'm going to tap onto my copper clay and stamp that. And then I'm going to stamp the boot. Down at the bottom. And I stamped the boot again on, graduation cards with it. Great idea. What did I do with here's my stamp set. I stamped the boot on a Post-it note. Now my Post-it note, I don't know if you know this or not, but there's Post-it note where the whole sheet of paper is sticky. So not just the top. So this is a full strength Post-it note. Stamped it on that. Fussy cut it out. And now I'm going to stamp another boot, partially on the first boot, but most of it off onto the cardstock. So now we have a pair of boots, and one is in front of the other. So we remove our Post-it note. Hi, Cookie. Pizza party, just caught you before leaving. Oh, awesome. Look at that. Look at that pair of boots, just like that. This reminds me of my grandson. I told you guys that he's an electrical lineman. I don't know if I told you after he graduated now, he got a job and he's in Michigan. Yes, Michigan, far, far away. I'm doing okay with it. He's as happy as can be, and that's what matters, right? Yes, aren't the boots cute? I like the stitching on them too, so you can make them girly as well. Now I'm putting glue on the inside of this die, not up on the radiating stitches because they're slits and the glue could possibly seep through there. So I didn't want that to happen. So just a heads up on that. So there's the inside of our card. Okay, now to keep this closed, like I said, I used 2 of the punch outs and 2 of the stamped images. So I put these 2 on dimensionals. Where is he? I want to visit him. You're in Michigan? He's in Big Rapids. He is in Big Rapids. And oh my gosh, if he could meet somebody that knew me, that would, are you close to that? Now, when he first told me Big Rapids, I thought he was mistaken. I thought, oh, he's so cute. He's 21 and he doesn't know that it's called Grand Rapids because that's the only one I knew. But evidently there's Grand Rapids, Big Rapids, and Great Rapids, I think. So he goes, no, Grammy, it is Big Rapids. So that's where he's working right now. It's north of you. Oh, well, he got a job there and they put him right to work. The boy is exhausted all of the time, but that's good for him. It's exactly what he wanted and he's getting exactly what he wanted. Okay, so I'm putting these down, but I want to make sure, I pushed a little too hard on that one, that the binoculars overlap so they can interlock like this. But those 2 by themselves will not keep it closed, right? So we want to add the cup up here, and it's going to go over as well, the compass. But these 2 are on dimensionals, so they're lifted, right? So for the cup to work best, it needs to be on mini glue dots. So it's not lifted. So it's a little bit tighter to the paper, if that makes sense. And it holds everything together. While mini glue dots are very, very strong, I'm still going to use 2 just to make sure that it works. And I'm going to place my cup off center. You know, here's the center, so it's a little bit off here. And maybe I got to get it a little closer there, like that. And then we have to put the boot on. But see, it's already holding better, but the boot will make it hold even better. So we're going to put the heel and the top of the boot again with mini glue dots and underneath the 2 that are on dimensionals. So I thought this was a pretty clever, fun idea. Thanks. Hi, Karen. So under the corner right here. Love it. All right. And under the heel. It's not coming off. There we go. And then you just tuck. I don't want to hide too much of the image, but I want to make sure it's tucked under the binoculars and that it's far enough over the middle that it will help lock everything. There we go. All right. So did that one not come off? Let me see. I feel like no, it didn't. I saw the top move, so I'm going to take my snips and put it there. Oops. Tuck in all the way. I should have used my take your pick tool. I just think it's so cute. I do. I love that. So now I'm thinking, hey, I can make other cards with other, the same gatefold and everything. Just other images right here to keep it closed. So what you really have to concentrate on closing it is having the compass go under the cup and the binoculars, and then, so these two are on with mini glue dots, and that matters, and these two are on with dimensionals, so they're lifted up higher, and that matters. Okay, so there we go. Here's what it looks like from the outside, and here's what it looks like on the inside. Okay, so again, we have envelopes. Thanks for all the hearts, you guys. Look at that. That is so cute. To match. And away we go. Okay. Card number 3. Now, I don't know which one's my favorite. Look at this scene right here. So pretty. I added boho blue card base for this card that I'm going to do right now. I stamped a compass because I had used the compasses that I had as punch outs already. And here is the envelope for this one. Okay. Everything except for the white paper to stamp this on is in the kit. Oh no, these two are not in the kit, the white paper and the boho. So this is the card. And let me show you what I did with it. I'm going to need my radiating dies again. Look at this card, you guys. See what I mean about the radiating dies? The way they, and then on both pieces, the way, I don't know, it just makes me feel like it's radiating, just like the name says. So this, the front of the card and the back of the card are these two pieces. So let me bring up my Big Boss. And I'm going to take the front first, and I'm going to take the second to the largest radiating die, and I'm going to lay it on the part of the card that I want on my card. So I want some of the sky, so I'm kind of looking to see, I want the canoe, but I just want part of the sky and those mountains for sure. So we're going to take our Post-it note tape, and we're going to make sure this is straight and tape it down. I'm going to tape it in 2 places as I do not want this to move. Okay. And then I'm going to take the larger die, and I'm going to put it on the back of the card. Same thing. I'm going to tape it down. Okay, then I get my other acrylic, and we're going to run through. Thank you. Thank you. I know, Karen. I am absolutely loving boho blue. And I'm debating, I think this third card might be my favorite one as well. I like the second one too, and the first one I like it because it's so simple, and if I'm ever in a hurry, and I get to use up all my tags. But as far as eye candy, this one I think is exquisite. I really do. And these, these And this is what you have left. So I'm thinking you could cut this off and then put something behind here and make yet another card, but I haven't got there yet. Okay, so we're gonna take this tape off carefully. And we've got this pretty little scene, a lot smaller, so it's more focused on the canoe. Then we have the larger piece. And they just fit inside each other. There's a void right inside the big one where the little one can lay perfectly. And it just brings dimension to the mountains and the river and the clouds and everything. I really like it a lot. So we're going to, I think I said that one too many times probably. You guys know I like it. I'm going to put dimensionals on the four corners only this time because I do want this to set up higher than the outside. But I want to use some linen thread on this card. So I'm going to make sure the middle was not interfered with so I could get this linen thread around here without being stopped with dimensionals or anything. Then I literally pick a place I want this linen thread to be. The separation of the water and the land is where I want it to be, and I'm just going to line it up there and come over to my right. See, I love this kit. It will be well used with my 3 sons, 5. Oh, for sure. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Good. So I'm going to just tie a knot here. And notice that I did make my linen thread extra long. I'm going to make one bow. Like that. Then I'm going to make these loops a little bit smaller. Just a little bit. Okay, see that? Regular and all the legs left. And then instead of making a double bow by using twice the linen thread, I'm just grabbing the legs and making another bow right on top of the first bow. And you've got 2 bows that way. Just tighten it up. And then you can cut the extra length off. So that is another way to get 4 loops and a more interesting knot right all together there like that. Now we can put dimensionals here just to keep that linen thread from sliding around. And we can pull off the backs. And set this down. Okay, if you did not use all your punched out compasses yet, where is mine that I stamped and cut out in advance? Here it is. You can just add those. This is the punched out one that I used and the little gem. But this one's going to be different because I ran out already. So I'm just going to slip that under with a mini glue dot. And you can use any color ink for this part, for the stamping. I used the copper clay that came in the kit. And then the same gems that I used last night, the glossy dots. And the Night of Navy blend, just to make these dots a little darker. And I was asked in real time last night, I didn't see it, but I answered her now. Florence asked if the Stampin' Write markers will color in on the gems. No, they will not. They are water-based. These are alcohol-based. These dry and stay. They're permanent. But the regular markers will wipe right off. So that was a good question. Sorry I missed it last night, but I did answer her comments. And I set that right there like that. And then I've mentioned this before, but notice how I open up my packages from the side. I just snip when they come on the side so I can slide them in and out and I don't have to worry about the sticky stuff. It just works easier for me that way. Okay. Then we go to our boho, oops, that's the card. We go to our boho blue cardstock and just get our glue. Now my grandson, he's in Big Rapids, and he's just started working. He's been there. Tomorrow will be a week, and he is right by a river. So this whole kit reminded me of him, and I'm going to put, I don't know which one of these two in the mail to him later today, just to tell him how proud we are of him and recognize his hard work. So it's perfect for men. Yes, it is. Okay, so there is that alternative. So let's get them all back here that I've made so far. And if you're a quick and easy gal, you're going to love this one the most. These two are not hard at all either. You do need the dies though, and extra cardstock. And all the envelopes are just gorgeous with this kit. All right, any questions? No? All right. Thank you for being here, and I will see you tomorrow at 2 for my To Be Continued, using the Stamped with Love. I think that's the name of it. Stamp set that I'm using with the post, with the mailbox. Yep, we'll be back with that tomorrow. All right. Oh, good, Diane. I know. It's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. Okay, see you guys next time. Bye-bye.